Secret Specialist.
Dub C and CJ. Dub C and CJ.
What you looking at?
Dub C and CJ. Dub C and CJ. Dub C and CJ Max Show.
What you watching here?
Dub C and CJ.
What you watching here?
Dub C and CJ.
What you watching here?
Dub C and CJ. Dub C and CJ. Dub C and CJ Max Show. Dub C and CJ Max Show.
Not about that. What it's about is freedom. After I do what the fuck I want to do in the streets, who cares who I gotta tell on, bruh? You know what I'm saying? A lot of these dudes are real stingy, real selfish. And yes, if you're not gonna put me in the game with you, you gotta go, baby. You gotta go. It's curtains. I done snitched on that. I done snitched on my mama. You feel me? I ain't proud of it. I ain't proud of it. I ain't really proud of it at all. But this kind of devious guy this is, Mr. Ross. He's devious, bro. I snitched on my mom. And I love my mom. But she shouldn't have been selling dope. I'm just saying. Anyway, I was free. She only did 4 years, so whatever. He shows up at my job. I work construction. So how does he even get on site? I don't know. But I mean, I have other people that work with me. Some of them are ex-felons. They know police. So this is looking real bad for me, bro. I'm talking about, I could be on my way home from work at the bus stop. I look over, here go Agent Ross sitting in his car looking at me, staring at me. He ain't trying to give me no ride or nothing. He just staring at me. Now what if them same boys see his ass again? Boom. I can get killed for this, bruh. And then I try to go get something to eat. Some simple tacos. What policeman, you know, just go to the taco? He's standing right outside the door when I come out. This is unbelievable, bruh. And this has been going on 33 years, bruh. Since I was 17 years old. I need some help out of this. I don't want to do this. I can get killed for this. If it was you, I'm just saying, what? Can they see me? Can they see me? No, man, come on now. Take the out, man.
I'm a professional, bro. I know how protection I'm supposed to have doing this shit.
Welcome to another Power Pack episode of the Dub C and CJ Mac Show. I am CJ Mac.
And I'm still Dub C.
What's happening, bro?
What's up with the C, man?
Man, nothing, man. You had a good time in Canada?
You had a good time in Canada.
Yeah.
I mean, but
it's fun, huh?
It was fun.
Cool.
I like that shirt you wearing. That sweater hood.
Yeah, it was cool, huh?
I ain't never seen you in red like that.
Yeah?
No.
I'm gonna do a whole lot of things, bro. You ain't never seen me do, man. I'm a grown man, brother. I do what I want to do, man. It's been like that around my way anyway. That's Big Key to Rock, man.
So why you squirt? First of all, why you squirt? Look, y'all see? He
because,
squared,
hey, bro, I ain't used to nobody asking me
he
about
put his chest up. He squared up on me.
Bro,
like,
I ain't used to nobody asking me about what I got on, bro.
I'm your
like
brother,
that's,
though, man. I'm your brother, though.
You know.
I'm your brother, man. So it ain't the first time you got sweater for wearing red, right? You wear what you want to wear.
I wear what I want to wear, brother. I don't get sweaty.
Hey, everybody out there, look, let's just get it understood.
That these sweatshirts are available on dubc and cjmac.com.
No color. We're not colorblind.
So what's up, bro? We got a very special guest here once again.
Yeah, he was on tour with us too, man.
He was in Canada, huh?
He killing it out there with me and Q.
Man,
boy. Yeah.
I get to go next time.
Next time.
Okay, so who we got?
X to the motherfucking Z.
X.
Thank you
We
for
really
having me.
appreciate you and your time, man. Thank you.
Thank you guys, man. I
Thank you,
appreciate
thank
it. I love the show. I love what you guys are doing.
So you was in Canada.
Yeah, I did some arena shows with Dub and Q.
Y'all was chilling, huh?
It was fucking freezing.
It was cold?
It was cold.
Yeah.
But
so it wasn't all fun.
Yeah, no, it's always fun. I mean, it's part of the job. You know
Hey,
what I'm
man,
saying?
quit.
Yeah.
Look, dude.
I'm just next.
He's sweating you now.
I'm No, I'm just playing, man. Congratulations, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
I heard y'all tore stuff down out there. Actually, I got a chance to see it on Instagram.
Yes.
Yeah, I got a chance to check that out. And y'all got busy. But thank you for coming to the show today.
No, thank you for having me, man. I've been trying to get here for a minute, so I'm really glad you guys got me on, man.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
Appreciate
indeed.
it. So what's new, man? What's the latest?
Man, well, you know, it's you finishing the record. I got a new record coming out. I know I got to play some of that for y'all today, and then there's a lot going on, man. I'm just here to chop it up.
Yeah.
You know?
So I know I want to get back to the record later, but I do want to say this. It's an experience. We sat down with you. We went from track 1 to track 17. And not a skip nothing, bro.
Wow.
I think it's what this should evolve into.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say for that.
Wow. Man, the motherfucker banging.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
So let's back up a little bit, man.
Well, all bullshit aside, man, I played it for you to get your opinion because I respect what you guys have to say about the music and the people that are involved in this have been doing it for a long time. So you've seen the progression or the degression of some of our favorites. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So being able to come and play that for y'all means a lot to me.
I want to go back to like when I first met you, man. You was a youngster right here trying to get it in, man.
Yeah.
And doing your music and stuff, man. So you're not actually from Los Angeles, right?
No.
Okay.
No, I was born in Detroit. Yeah. And my mom passed when I was 9. My dad got remarried, and then we moved out to New Mexico.
Okay.
For like 7 years, I was there. But what's interesting is this. I started getting in trouble and started being in the street and doing what I was doing. And there was guys that was from California that would come out there and work. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. I heard that.
Yeah. And then, that just fall out the sky.
Yeah.
Not at all.
I heard guys was doing that type of stuff.
Yeah. And so, the people that I was starting to mingle and corral with were in that life. So, you know what I'm saying? When I was able to actually come here and live, you know what I'm saying? There was a lot going on in my life. I was in the street. So I didn't come, I came right 92, you know what I'm saying? Or no, before that, it was 1990, you know what I'm saying? And the first people I got to hook up with was King T and Broadway. And you know what I'm saying?
Broadway, what up?
Yeah.
Tina.
Yeah. And I got down with I moved in with, Venice Beach is where I first landed. You know what I'm saying? And got my first little spot. And, the people that I was associated with never once let me come here and get involved in the same shit I was doing. They always wanted me to push me to do music. It was never all right, we're going to do this on the side while you working on this. It was just you do that and we over here.
Good.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. And when you say the people, are you still in contact with some of them people to this day?
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Big Mo Dog, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Chicken. Still his family, you know what I'm saying? I still got people that have been with me through this whole entire journey. And it's been a wild one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
It's a blessing to have a real friend in this game.
Absolutely.
No, so they saw the challenge. They saw the challenge you had and didn't want the norm. You know what I mean?
It was crazy because, when I was coming here, I just made a vow to myself and the man upstairs. I was like, yo, because I was doing some shit. And I was like, if I get on here, I'm not going to do the same thing. And no matter what, I'm not going to do the same thing I was doing. I'm going to come out here and whatever it takes to get where I need to go, I'll do that. So, really, I was never tempted to get into it. I wanted to pursue something else. So, I never went back.
But most of the people that got caught up really didn't want to get in. California is tricky, man.
Yeah.
You get caught up, man, just kicking it and hanging.
Absolutely.
It's a question, where you from?
Yeah.
And then when you tell them you don't bang, what's the next question?
Where your mama stay at? Where your grandmama stay?
I'm just saying. Right, so let's proceed with the story.
No, don't get it twisted. I just think it's interesting because if you look at, all some of our greats, you know what I'm saying? that came here from other places.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like Tupac was born in New York.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you know, Nate Dogg from Mississippi.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
Right.
some of our greats have come out from different places.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Corrupt from Philly. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So
but they were raised out here and they repped that West to the fullest.
Absolutely.
Not only
Absolutely.
that, man. Just keep it real, bro.
Yeah.
We're all one generation away from Louisiana, Texas.
Absolutely.
Especially over here.
In Los Angeles, bro.
Absolutely. But I get it.
Yeah.
And I think the conversation that has not been had is like, I think that people have been trying really hard and have a really embraced love for the culture here that has been built in the West. Like people that went to high school together out here, seen lost, had tragedy together, trauma, you know what I'm saying, been there firsthand. So that belongs to them. You know what I'm saying? Right. Nobody's trying to take anything from them or make light of what that happened when you come in from out of place. You know what I'm saying? Out of a different place. I have respect for my struggle, your struggle, everybody's struggle.
Right.
I wanted to be part of that music, that creative sound,
the culture.
That it was so prominent in me coming up and me understanding where my musical journey was gonna go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
So
right.
Once I was accepted in that, you know, I it's not my fault that I excelled at the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like I didn't come here to suck. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, it's like it only started mattering when I became successful.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I asked him the question based on musical influence and where he was and what was the music that was pumping in his area. That's the reason I asked.
Because you ain't a hater though.
Yeah, that's the reason.
No, you're a hater.
I wanted to know how the West Coast sound. You come from Detroit. How you ended up being with this sound? Although I know Detroit was roll with us too.
Right.
It's heavy West Coast. So that's what I was getting at.
Right.
Like,
okay.
Right.
I can tell you. I can tell you completely. It's Ice Cube. It is the DOC. It is coming out here and listening to King T, the Alcoholics, vibing with that along with listening to DJ Magic Mike from Florida, listening to 2 Live Crew, with all these other things that were happening. You know, MC Hammer, you know what I'm saying? The first Green Tape, like, front on MC Hammer. MC Hammer was the shit, you know what I'm saying? Hammer, you hear that?
Yeah. With you. I wanted to be on Capitol Records at the time.
Yeah, are you kidding me? Niggas trying to shit on MC Hammer. You can't front on MC Hammer.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I was listening to a lot of shit. And so when I actually got here, I was just battle rapping. I didn't have songwriting structure skills. You know what I'm saying?
Who did?
Right.
Yeah.
Who did?
I was just I was just rapping for, you know, bars, nigga, until the other nigga said stop. You know what I'm saying?
It's too much.
Yeah.
Right.
And so once I started being around, like, King T was the first. James Broadway. I got to be sitting in 360 Studios. You know, I slept in that motherfucker. And you know, just learning. And King T was the first rapper I met with a record deal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
a big deal.
Yeah.
It's like getting
and I just learned from there, and then I cut my teeth there, and then just started just like growing, and then, you know, there was no internet, so you had to really do it brick by brick.
Well, speaking of no internet back then, me and my brother Tunes, rest in peace, we first heard of you, Wake Up Show.
Yeah,
you was going up there killing it.
That's it. That was
shout out to Sway and Tech.
Yeah, Sway and Tech. Yeah, that was like the Coliseum. That was the Octagon.
Oh, y'all done been in there before.
Yeah. We lived for that moment.
Oh yeah.
Like going up there and getting the open mic and then just trying to beat death. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was Gladiator School. And that's where, you know, a lot of us were. It was that, and then we would perform at Unity. Yeah. You know? Yeah. So you got to remember, it was the time where, you know, Death Row, full blown, you know what I'm saying? Everything was happening. G-Funk sound had created mega superstars, right? And so it was just like, it goes back to the influences. We were considered backpack. you know, backpack rappers. You know what I'm saying? What changed it is when we came in, it was like, okay, we're gonna put what the traditional West Coast and then put our lyricism with it. So there's only a few of us that came out at the time. I consider like Razcast, Crooked Eye, myself. You know what I'm saying? Like we were kind of, you know, even will.i.am was in our graduating class. You know what I'm saying? Like we couldn't sound like y'all. We couldn't sound like Snoop. We couldn't sound like NWA. We couldn't sound like Q. We had to come up with, but we also was in that battle rap scene. So how do we pull it together? And that's where them records came out. That's where Paparazzi came from. That's where, you know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers was like, where's he from? You know what I'm saying? Like, because it sounded like I was rapping from New York, but it had this fucking heavy ass sub and ride beat, you know what I'm saying, with violins in it. When it was a total left from what everything else that was happening.
Okay, stop him right there. You might not have got the notoriety from the so-called quote unquote gangster rap crowd.
Yeah.
But did you see the love that you was getting from the backpack crowd?
Absolutely.
From, you know, those who we call hip hop heads.
Absolutely.
Back in the days.
Absolutely.
So you was doing something. See, I hate that they try to bottle us up and they say, you know, this is just West Coast rap.
Right.
Whenever somebody, CJ used to always get mad when we used to be shopping for beats. And we said we want some beats. And they go, everything just be they're typical. When I say they, I'm talking about producers who wasn't from here. The beats that they would give us always what they thought was the West Coast sound.
Their perception of West Coast
sound. Right. You know, but we had depth and we never got a chance really to display that till later down the line.
Right.
You know, so, you know, I'm just happy that you continue to be yourself.
Yeah.
And that you was proud of who you were and where you were from, and you wear your badge of honor, you know, the right way. So let's go from the Wake Up Show.
Mm-hmm.
From the Wake Up Show and being with Tila and them, how did you first get on, like Fall Wise is, you know, coming up with a record deal and getting out there?
I never made a demo. I never made like a mixtape. I never did none of that. I was on King T. King T put me on a song called Freestyle Ghetto. It's his 4th album, 7th song. And that was the first thing I ever done.
I like that.
Right?
Yeah, that is dope.
And that was the first time I heard myself back on the radio, like outside of me playing myself on a cassette tape.
Wow.
And it was amazing. You know what I'm saying? I was excited. And from there, Steve Rifkin came and offered me a deal on Loud Records.
Okay.
That was the first thing. That was the first deal I had. And then, that's how I got started.
Shout out to Tila.
Yeah.
That's
King
dope.
T, he brought me in. He brought me on, you know?
King T.
I was trying to think back, and I was like, wait a minute. He's before the alcoholic movement.
No, the Alcoholics was started first.
Yeah.
I don't know why I keep thinking that like Paparazzi and all that was farther back. And another thing I want to say about that, me personally, I didn't look at him as no backpack rapper. His swag was street to me. I didn't look at it like that. I didn't look at it the same way as like Razcast them, but it was just like he was busting, he could rap.
Right.
I never looked at it like that.
Right.
That's dope.
But that was the graduating class that I was in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody had their own little thing.
Yeah.
Like Razcast refused, like he gonna probably kill me for this, but we had our own ideologies that was gonna happen. Like Saphir was from the Bay.
Saphir, shout out Saphir.
Yeah, he's like, yo, I'm hard on the bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I was like, yo, well, I'm gonna wear khakis. You know what I'm saying? Like I like this my shit. This is I'm staying where I'm at.
Yeah.
Ras was like, yo, fuck you niggas is crazy. I'm not wearing a West Coast uniform. I'm not wearing khakis. I'm slick. I'm cool. I'm a
CRC.
Yeah. I'm a real. I got toothpicks. I got my hair waved and a wave cap. Fuck you niggas. And so we all was like writing from our own perspective.
Right.
We all fuck with each other, but
dope.
we all had our own little way. Even will.i.am was Will 1X. He was actually signed to Ruthless Records first.
Is
You know
that
what I'm
right?
saying? Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
He was in a group called At Band Clan.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, and then the same guys that are with him now, they would start dance circles in Unity, and then there's now the Black Eyed Peas. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
You know, so we was like all trying to make it, all trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? when Restless was the one that, you know, I had done Bitch Please, I had worked with Snoop, you know what I'm saying? Was on the 2001 album, went out on the Up in Smoke tour.
Hold on, before we get there, we're gonna come back and talk about that.
Yeah.
But before we go to a break, that video.
Yeah.
That classic video.
Yeah, what you see.
For those who've been sleeping under a rock, XZIBIT got one of the best videos ever that came out, especially back then when MTV was playing.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Videos and stuff. For you to come out and to be from the West Coast.
Yes.
You know,
yes,
quote unquote coming out and everything. We was loving it.
Yeah.
We was loving to see that. Who came up with that idea?
That was my idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tried to explain that idea to all the hot directors at the time. And they said it was like, it can't be done. It's gonna cost too much. We need this equipment. It's gonna be $1 million video. I shot that video with a porn director named Gregory Dark.
Okay, Gregory Dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gregory Dark at the time had only been doing porn videos.
Okay.
And so when I explained it to him, he said, yeah, we'll figure it out.
All right.
So how we actually did it is 13 shots. And there's 5 or 6 wipes that we actually staged it to work in 3 or 4 scenes at a time and then spliced it together with the wipes. So what a wipe is where something moves past camera and then it can transfers to another scene, but it makes it seem seamless. Right. And so, yeah, man, it was really dope to put that together and kind of bring life to that song. What you see is what you get. At the time when I was trying to come up with these ideas, I was really excited about where we were in music. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know it was going to be that impactful.
Right.
You know, it was just like simple ideas executed really well. That's what makes my shit click. You know what I'm saying? I like to write from an abstract. Even though it's gangster rap, even though it's like it's dealing with this, I try to still write abstract. And I think abstract when I'm looking for the visuals. So once I find somebody that could bring it to life, nobody wants to see it except this guy who had never done music videos before.
But he was hot.
He was fucking hot.
He was the porn director. He was hot. He was on one.
And he wanted it bad too. And he got a lot of work after that video too. He was like, fuck.
He was like, I'm good.
So he wasn't like, you know, so I did this for you, X, so I'm gonna need you to show up in the valley. We right back, man. Let's make up these bills, man. We right back with the Dub C and CJ Mack show. I am CJ Mack.
And I am Dub C.
And we sitting here with X.
The Super Bowl brings a significant economic impact to any city that it comes to, certainly Las Vegas, where it was just held. Blacks and Latinos make up 46% of the population of the city of Las Vegas. Did we get 46% of the benefit? It's estimated that $500 million was generated, and that's not taking into consideration the casino revenue. I think it's time we dig a little deeper. The key area of impact is hospitality, with hotels and restaurants raking in the majority of those dollars, with people from all backgrounds flocking to the city to enjoy the festivities, the parties, the good food, the overall good vibe associated with the Super Bowl. That means people with jobs got more hours and made a little bit more money. But who are the owners? Minorities are underrepresented when it comes to ownership with the NFL. There are no majority minority-owned teams in the NFL, and that lack of diversity reflects poorly on all the ownership opportunities associated with the success of this league. It's up to us to ensure we're maximizing opportunities with respect to the NFL. It's no longer okay for us to root for the teams, go to the games, and spend our money and not participate financially in an equitable way. Hustle, young world. We gotta hustle.
New drop. We got hoodies like these. Come shop, come cop. New drop. We got brand new tees. New drop. Come cop, new drop.
You always take your shit too far.
What? What?
Where at?
Only at dubcandcjmac.com.
What up, y'all? This is Dub C. Welcome back to the Dub C and CJ Mac Show.
And I am CJ Mac Steele.
And we back with the homeboy exhibit.
Absolutely.
Hey, X, check this out. So we was talking about you coming out here, getting on, doing your thing, displaying your talent, but you really didn't get that worldwide notoriety until you hooked up with Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre.
Right.
How did you come about hooking up with them?
Man, you know, I got a call from Dog, and he was like, you know, I like what you're doing. You know, I want you to get on this song with me. He was working on the No Limit Top Dog album.
Okay.
And, you know, he said that, you know, Dre's gonna do the beat. Went over there. It was like 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? He had Bitch Please up. I wrote mine. I thanked him for the opportunity and took off.
Now, here we go. Going back earlier to when you said that, you know, you wanted to do you. You wanted to do you. Everybody, the sound that was around was quote unquote gangster rap. And you wanted to do you. Do you see now how people that appreciate real music, how they're fans of you just being you? Everybody out there, do you. Don't be scared to do you. Don't be scared to be you.
Yeah.
Snoop called you up
Absolutely.
and said he was a fan of your music.
Absolutely.
And he wanted you to be on that record.
There was just a lot of movement around what we were doing at the time. And then once that record came out, Bitch Please changed everything. It changed the whole climate. It changed all the rooms, you know. And that was the first time I got like major rotation on like MTV and just like radio rotation ever. And it just energized this whole other thing. And then I was still signed to Sony and Columbia at the time because Loud had been taken over by them. And so I was then coming off of What You See Is What You Get off that album. They didn't want to shoot a second single.
One of those, huh?
I was really upset.
One of those.
I was really upset. I was told to go make another album after the success of that video, and they just didn't want to push the record. So I got really upset. And so I had basically like revolted, and I wasn't recording any music for my own. I was just working with Snoop and Dre.
Sounds similar to somebody sitting over here right now wearing this gray and blue sweater. Yeah. You know, when I started working, doing the West Side Connect thing, you know, conversation changed. Yeah, exactly. You know, from your original deal. But it's all good. Let's proceed.
Absolutely. Yeah, but that was it. You know, they were just really not being good partners. Let me put it like that. And so once Bitch Please came out, phone started ringing. I'm not ready to talk yet. Then 2001 came out, still don't want to talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. Fuck you guys. And so then we went out on Up in Smoke tour. That was it.
Smoke tour.
That was it.
Man.
Dope.
We had fun on that tour, didn't we?
Absolutely.
Had fun
oh
on that
my
tour.
God. Yeah, that was crazy.
That was the first time that I truly got a chance, because we always on stage getting down. It was the first time I got a chance to truly see how our music just wasn't. We knew that it was people of different races buying our records, but to see them in the crowd so thick, so deep, everywhere we went. Yeah. And a lot of people will say it's because Eminem was there, but they was fucking with our music tough as well.
It was from the time the first light came on and the first music cue hit, all the way to the end of the show. There was no gaps or lapse in entertainment. Like they knew every word for word, top to bottom, and never lost a beat the whole show.
Yeah. Wow. It was crazy. But from working with Snoop Dogg and then being on the Dr. Dre Chronic album, how did you link up with Dre to do your album?
There was talk of me coming over to be on Aftermath. And I guess they talked. It didn't happen. Dre is solid. I'm the only artist that he's produced for that hasn't been signed to him. Like that, producing whole albums, right? So he did that. Like he went against the grain and was able to come and executive produce my records, be involved with the production of Restless, you know what I'm saying, and a couple other things too, like Man vs. Machine. You know, it was a testament to how, you know, that machine that he's part of, for him to be able to work it so that, listen, this is my guy. It just shows some loyalty and some kind of, you know, like, wow, it was really dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Dre is a fan of hip hop as well.
Right.
So I'm quite sure he appreciated what you was delivering. How was it working with Dr. Dre in the studio? We hear so many different stories of boot camp and.
Yeah, we call it the recording school of Dr. Dre. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's like Professor X. It's like going to the X-Man school. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you have a certain talent, but let me show you how to hone it in. Right. You know, Professor X shit. So, you know, I've been part of, you know, like rooms where people have been receptive to what he's trying to do. And I've been in rooms where people have been not receptive to what he's trying to do. Yeah, it doesn't work out well like that. You know what I'm saying? It don't work out well. It's a whole other thing. But you see what he's been able to do, you know what I'm saying, with it, you know. And it ain't out till it's out. So why not experiment? Why not push yourself?
Trust the process.
Correct. Trust the process.
So you know what I want to ask you about? Movies. I'm
Yes.
telling you, man, I think, and I don't know if this is your first film or not.
Yeah.
Man, you got cracking in the gridiron game, bro. You
Gridiron.
got cracking in that, bro.
Yeah.
I gave you real respect on that acting.
I'm gonna tell you some truth right now. That was Gridiron Gang came out after I had done a few acting gigs.
Okay.
Right?
Put some respect on his name, man.
He's that's trained. Okay.
The first movie I ever did was with Dub C. It was called The Breaks.
All the breaks.
Well, I don't even know what that is. What's the break?
Oh, man.
Are you hiding that one, huh?
Hey,
yeah, I ain't never seen
coming
that.
upstairs, you know what I'm saying? Shh, don't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. To tell you the truth, the very first time I did anything on film, I don't recommend it. I hope it's hard to find. But there's gonna be people that
I wasn't starring in the moment.
I got some of them too, I ain't gonna lie.
And so check this out. And so I watched it back and I was like, oh man, I'm really bad. Man, I'm really bad. Yeah, oh man. It was really bad. You know how, you know how I felt? Look. That was the first experience, right? But the first movie I ever did,
He called it experience.
it was an experience.
The cameras are pointing at me and I got live.
They're pointing at, but I'm not sure if I'm doing what I'm doing is called acting. Yeah, they just want the faces on the screen. So, but listen. The first movie I ever did was with Ice Cube. It was XXX2.
Oh,
Yeah. That was the first time I was like, and it was an offer, right? I didn't have to really audition for it. Right. It was an offer, right? It was just like here's this guy, you jacking tanks, you're doing all this stuff, action film. I was like, fuck Ice Cube, fuck yeah, let's fucking do this shit. Right? And so I get on set, right? And I'm excited to be there. It's one of the first shots is with Cube in the truck, right? And so action. So I'm, I'm banging, I'm hitting the corners, and so then, okay, cut. So me and Cube said, he don't get out the truck. He just sit there. He's like, so, you really drive like that?
I be telling everybody, man, that
nigga was quiet for a long time, and he just kind of looks over.
That's what he do, bro.
He real observant and he real sarcastic with it. Yeah. He's funny, sarcastic. He's sarcastic funny with it.
Hey, bro.
He said, no, look. He said, you really drive like that? I was like, he's like, show me how you really drive. Like we just about to hit a corner. I was like, oh, it's just, just holding the hand and then you. Like, yeah. He's like, yeah, nigga. Yeah, to do that.
nigga.
He's like, less is more. He said, you got some Batman shit going on.
That was his way of saying, hey man,
You got some Batman shit going on.
He got me like,
yo, and then it was like, oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? So then I knew, I was like, I'm gonna kill it, I'm gonna fucking kill it. I watched it back. Now, the difference between when you're on TV, it's like you're in somebody's living room. You kind of life size at the most. You know, you're not bigger than the people walking around unless you got a big screen TV. But when you're in the movies, your face is as big as a building. Your face is like an apartment building. Yeah, right. And then when you can't control that motherfucker, right, you can tell, motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this nigga ain't in the moment. This nigga, now I get it, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, this is really bad. I really got to take this shit serious. So I got an acting coach. I started going doing plays. I started doing doing auditions with, you know what I'm saying, with in rooms full of people casting. Like I never wanted to offer again. I wanted to go and do the work and like figure it out from the ground up. I still hate auditions. I still feel like it's, you know what I'm saying, like either you know I'm good for this or you don't. Right. You know what I'm saying? I think nobody is good at being judged. Nobody was like, oh, I'm a professional, you know, right. The greats even have problems auditioning. Right. But I know in order to get in those rooms and earn that role and earn that shit, that's what I did for Gridiron Gang. I earned it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing for X-Files. Like, I love acting, but I feel like music is the catalyst what makes everything work. I feel like I have to work at acting, but I could do music in my sleep.
Well, a lot of actors get mad at the artists because the artists' names put asses in seats. Right. You know, and a lot of times, a lot of the artists don't take acting serious. Right. They don't take it seriously. They like, you know, oh, well, I'm just about to get in there. I ain't got no weapon. Right. But the artists that do take it serious, that's when, you know, you start noticing the longevity. Right. Like with the Ice Cubes, right, you know, yourself, the Will Smiths, right, the Queen Latifahs on down, right, the line. So it's good that you went and did that, you, right, know, and I got a chance from working on Snowfall to watch, yeah, the actors, the actors, the, yeah, actors, and, yeah, to watch the cats that come in who think that they can act and watch circles get ran around them. Humbled me very quickly. Oh yeah. Okay. And so then from, you know, like then I started taking things very serious. I've done movies with Clive Owen, Jennifer Aniston, just like really like, and then it got to a point where, okay, cool. I don't want to accept anything that's gonna pigeonhole me or put me into this thing that I've already played, unless there's a dynamic or a change to the character that I really like dig. Oh. But I'm not gonna do like Gangster Number One or motherfucking Hood Guy Never Said. That's right, what kind of like, yeah, I'm not gonna get pigeonholed into that either. So that's why I was like, football coach is good. You know what I'm saying? FBI agent is good. Marine recruiter is good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but now it's like as I turn back into going what I want to do with music and these other things, these other ventures that I'm doing on, I never want to do things for money. I never want to, you know what I'm saying, feel like, oh, I'm just doing it for a check. Like, I want to have an investment, an emotional investment, a creative investment, a time investment into what I'm doing. So music was important right now. I wanted to get that out. You know what I'm saying?
Jules, you dropping them.
Yeah, I wanted to get that out of my system because nobody told me when to start, so nobody's going to tell me when to stop. There you go. You know? Love it. But I feel like this is going to be like my last solo project. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what, man? Not from what I just heard, brother. Don't stop.
But before we move to the solo project, let's talk about what a lot of people know you from. Yeah. Pimp My Ride.
Pimp My Ride.
Now, me and you used to always chop it up back in the Gap, especially with my brother Toombs, rest in peace, when he came over and did that CT experience. Yeah. And you used to always tell me, it's cool, man. I love it. I mean, I like getting down, I like doing what I'm doing, but you know, it's a gift and a curse. You know, you used to always say, man, sometimes people think I'm just laughy, when it's not just, it's just not all that. You know, and I know with the Pimp My Ride being MTV friendly, you had to be out there entertaining as well. Right. To me, honestly, I was happy to see you out there and doing it because I got a chance to, you got a chance to get inside some living rooms that otherwise they wouldn't have known about who you were, and not just you, the culture of XZIBIT. And then they go in and then they find out, oh, damn, he come from these records right here. And then they start looking at all of us. We're rap music.
How was that experience?
Time and perspective changes everything, right? When I was first started, I was coming off of a really hot run with records. And so nobody was doing reality TV shows at the time. So I was too close to it to understand the gravity of what was happening. I wanted to be known for a certain thing. I didn't realize the power of television around global reach. Okay. So I wanted motherfuckers to respect my motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? I wanted niggas to respect my skill, and you know what I'm saying? I didn't understand that people were falling in love with my character and falling in love with my personality. I was talking to the camera and making dad jokes like I was talking to my kids or my family at Thanksgiving. Like, that's how I am in the house. Right. So it was just like, I felt like it was conflicting with what my records, the seriousness of my records, because yes, I'm multi-dimensional, right? I have a serious side. I have things, I have issues, problems like everybody else. Right. But then I also have a humor, you know what I'm saying? I have a sense of humor that is very unique to me, you know what I'm saying? Right. And now I don't want that to get louder than what I'm trying, what I was sitting here to do. You know what I'm saying? What I feel like I was sitting here to do. And so that's was the conflict at the time. Now, as I look back at it, I think being one of the first ones to actually do it, it was amazing. It was amazing. It opened so many doors. It led so many other people to different aspects of what I was able to do. Now I can walk easily through doors in different genres and it not look weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can go do a record and yes, I'd have a lot of work to do, but it's still, it's not weird in that space. And I could go tomorrow and get on a TV show and it not look strange. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where I am now. I see it for what it is. You know what I'm saying?
I think it was dope.
I think it was dope because you was being yourself.
Yeah,
you was laughing, you was clowning, and anybody who know XZIBIT know that. I mean, there's a serious side, but also too, he's funny. Dude.
Yeah.
So people got a chance to see that. I think it was great, and like you said, you got to be in so many more households because of that show. You know what I mean? My kids used to be like, "Dad, don't you know, dude, man? Let me fix this thing up, man."
Oh, that's dope. Well, look,
so let's go for a quick break.
Yep.
Then we're going to come back and talk about a couple more things. We know you got to run. Man, so we'll be right back after this message. I'm CJ Mack.
And I'm Dub C.
And you're still tuned into the Dub C and CJ Mack Show with X.
We got new merch, y'all. Dub C and CJ Mack Show. And brand new hoodies only at dubcandcjmack.com. If you don't have the tag in the inside, it ain't us. Don't cop from anywhere else except dubcandcjmack.com. Yeah.
Welcome back to the Dub C and CJ Mack Show. I am Dub C.
And I'm still CJ Mack.
And who we chilling with?
X.
Yes.
X to the Z, man.
Great conversation,
Yes,
gentlemen.
sir. Yes, sir. So, man, you know what I want to talk about? I'm dying to talk about this record, but I want to talk about the marijuana game.
Yes.
Man. You blew up, brother.
It's called Cannabis.
Oh, my bad. You know because I've been trying to get in it and ain't nobody really, so I'm going to keep calling it that until somebody, I'm going to call it weed. You know what I'm saying? No, I take that back. They might triple on it. Hey, my bad. It's cannabis.
I don't know this guy.
Yeah, and it's for medicinal purposes.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it got recreational now, so that was when they first started.
Right.
The whole getting a license and card and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't really need that now. But, you know, I've been in it for quite some time. And, you know, I built a few brands, been through a lot of different things. But I think my most recent endeavor is I have a store opening up in Bel Air. It's called XWCC exhibits West Coast Cannabis.
Dope.
Yeah. It's everything culture and cannabis. It has a lot of influence, of course, from the industries that we've been involved in, but it's really a celebration of everything West Coast. You know what I'm saying?
Dope, man.
And that goes for the rock that's coming out of here, the bands that have been out here, the different genres of sports, and like a celebration of all of our shit, including the West Coast hip hop that we are part of. So it's really a dope representation of us, and it's a really dope store. We're gonna do a few of them, but the flagship store is in Bel Air. And but my house brand is in there, Napalm is in there. A lot of people want to get in, but there's a lot of work that goes into it. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be prepared. I thought hip hop music was dangerous. Well, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, cannabis motherfuckers, they'll do some scandalous shit.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
All that money, man, floating around, man. Anytime we get that paper, man, it's gonna get a little.
But at the end of the day,
yes,
all this nice conversation, we sitting there talking about using the, with the proper language and cannabis, and at the end of the day, this bad boy pay better than a lot of.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You deal with it. I mean, before regulations came down, it was like the Wild Wild West.
Right.
So there was a lot of things that were happening and a lot of like lucrative brands. But now that right now in 2024, it's overregulated, it's overtaxed, and they make it so difficult for you to actually turn a profit. There's no write-offs. There's no nothing that you can really like stand on like other businesses do. Right. It's taxed even higher than alcohol and cigarettes. So,
definitely.
until they work those things out, I always tell people, branding is our thing. And nobody owns the plant. So how can you create an experience for someone that's different than anything else? It's just like, when somebody how many different brands of tortilla chips are there? But everybody has a different way that they go in, and you go to one over the other because of something. That's what cannabis is. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they get people that are like, oh, I got the fire. I grow the best fire. Okay, yeah, you and 70 other motherfuckers who have the same clone. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody got their own little recipe, but still, it's still fucking macaroni and cheese. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So how can you market and how can you bring an experience to people that is different and unique than everyone else? And I think that's where my specialty has come, to be able to create these things, because I've been doing it so long in music. Like, it's easy for me to come into cannabis and create these brands that people gravitate to. Brass Knuckles was one of the first brands I created with 2 other people. And then, Napalm is something that is a project that you associate the word and the name and bring it to life and your thoughts and how you want people to perceive it. And then some stuff works, some stuff doesn't, but that's why you work on it,
Still creative.
Yeah.
Right.
But celebrity brands don't work. You know what I'm saying? You have to make it about the fucking plant. You have different celebrities try to come in and put their name in weed, and I've never done that. It doesn't, well, my brands at least, you don't know I'm associated with it until you know. You know what I'm saying? Like I love to put it out there so that people can get what they need from it. It's different, when celebrities put their name on alcohol or clothing or something like that. When you have cannabis, people come to cannabis for it to work. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't give a fuck about the fucking, shit on the cover. Right. They want it to work. What's inside of it is important. And when people lose sight of that, then you got, commercial weed. There's going to be a bunch of bullshit that's coming in like in the next few years because, they still haven't federally recognized it. It's running rampant across the U.S. People are just opening up dispensaries. The taxation isn't right, but in California, they really doing it backwards.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So hopefully that can get worked out. But the people that have already left the station with this thing, like, I'm too far in to go back. Right. You know what I'm saying? So now it's just about partnering with good people, finding those people that you can add something to what they already got going, and just building with them. Because the more people that fail, cannabis businesses are failing every day. in California. People think you could just open up a shop and, get a license and then you're going to be rich. It doesn't work that way.
No.
There's so many things that you got to be involved in. So me doing this retail shop is just another piece of the puzzle that I needed in this journey to actually complete where I'm trying to go. At the end of the day, man, I'll talk to anybody about cannabis and whether they should step in. And, I got a lot of people that call me that have been talked into doing investments in certain things. And I've been down that road before. I tell them the honest truth, and that they can take and do what they want with that information. But I'll talk to anybody from that look like us and feel like us, that feel like they want to get in. There's a lot of equity licenses that people don't understand the gravity of what they have, or working with a different group. There's all kinds of stuff that can happen. But cannabis is very dope for us. We went to jail for it the most. We've been incarcerated at a rate and been used, by this plant. You know what I'm saying? Like to be, enforced with laws and rules and things that have broken families apart, give people thousands of years in jail. We should be the ones to get licensed first and come out here and make this industry what it's supposed to be. There's a long way uphill, but, I think, there's not many of us either. There's Al Harrington, myself. I'm talking about Black ownership in cannabis. Everybody else, is too scared of it to come in until it's federally legal. But by that time comes in, it's going to be big pharmaceutical money. It's going to be hedge fund cats. It's going to be lawmakers and legislators that are coming in and set it up for us to kind of get crushed, and they can buy us out on pennies on a dollar.
Wow.
So yeah, I always encourage people of color to get into cannabis. It is not an easy thing to do, but as talented as we are, we can come in here and put a foothold on what we need.
And once you know what you're dealing with, because you sound very knowledgeable of it, I'm quite sure because you've been through it, the payoff is big.
Absolutely. Yeah, fucking A right.
Man of all talents. Man of all talents. So, finally, this record we just heard before we started this show is absolutely amazing. I am a borderline hater. So I would not sit up here and say that this record was fire I wouldn't. That this record is fire if it was not fire.
Thank you, man.
The record is fire. It is exactly what I think hip hop should evolve to.
Wow.
Grown man hip hop.
Yeah.
Not just West Coast?
No, hip hop, bro.
Okay.
Wow.
We should evolve to the things that you're saying, man. You're talking about things, and you're bringing back a feeling, man, of some of the Gil Scott Herons and guys that try to teach us in the 70s, bro, about things, but you're doing it in a way that's today.
Yes.
It doesn't sound like an old.
It doesn't sound dated.
record.
Yeah.
It sounds like a new. Not that the beats are the same beats that these guys.
Hey man, the song with Redman and B-Real is banging like a mother.
Banging.
All that shit you talking. I hear you, man.
Track 1 through 17
banging.
is banging. Kingmaker, you got to go and get Kingmaker.
Yes.
And DM the show and tell me what you think. And tell me I'm lying. It's hot.
Yeah,
what made you come up with that title?
It's because it has nothing to do with me sitting on the throne or having royalty or having some kind of dominance over anyone. This is about a transfer of information. This is about things that have made me successful, ideologies, consistent thought patterns, things that, habits that have made me successful. So nobody likes to get preached to, especially from, the way the music is perceived now. But you can drop things that make people think. And I think that's what I strive to do on this record, talk from a place of power, talk from a place of experience and maturity, And
confidence.
And confidence. I've done the shoot 'em up, bang, bang records. I've done the fucking I'll kill you 1,000 different way records. I've done the whole bravado. I've held this, I got it, you don't, haha. It's not time for that. I wanted to come up with something that I could, be happy with. I feel like this is my last solo record. My last solo record, meaning that, yeah, I'll still be involved in music. But as far as like building an exhibit body of work, I think I said what I need to say on this.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You said a whole lot too.
You said a whole lot, man.
Said a whole lot. I love the song with your son on it.
Yeah,
and that was dope.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Trey
he
Capital,
get down.
His son got cracking.
Yeah, and he got his own twist to it.
Yeah,
I
I got some bucket list moments on this record that I've wanted to do for a long time. Working with Busta Rhymes was a big deal.
That was dope.
Working with Redman was a big deal. Working with Guap Dad 4000. I got like cats on there that I got a lot of respect for.
Man, I love Knox.
Yeah,
I love Knox. Focus, them joints.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Problem got on.
Yeah.
Was Problem going by a different name now?
Yeah, Jason Martin.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's his real name.
Shout out.
And
Shout out, bro. You got cracking.
The album is banging. I appreciate you. We appreciate you for what you done.
Thank you,
not
man.
Just
Likewise,
in the music,
man.
not just in the music, but also too, you continue to be yourself.
Yeah.
You know, you continue to be yourself. You know, you didn't come up here, you didn't wear no khaki suit and bandanas all hanging down and, you know, trying to give the people what you think they want. You know, you up here being
He did
yourself.
say his limo had to be a Benz.
I'm
just saying. He did say it had to be a Maybach.
We had to send a Maybach.
I'm gonna give you the bill. I'm gonna give you the bill.
Wait, hold on. Nah. I love the fact that you continue to be yourself.
Yeah.
From day one when I met you, you still the same exhibit. You know, you just mature. You're on a whole nother level.
Yes, sir.
And I appreciate it, man. It shows growth. And everybody out there, I want y'all to continue to support. Not just Dub C and CJ Mack, but also to go grab that album.
Kingmaker. You will not be disappointed.
Nah, and everything XZIBIT got going on, man. So we're gonna see you back again on the road.
That's it. I see you in May.
And
We're gonna go over there straight into
back.
Canada. We're gonna knock the rest of the second leg of that tour out.
CJ.
I won't be there.
You coming, CJ. We're gonna bring you. We're gonna bring you.
Yeah, come on, CJ.
You know what's crazy though?
What?
If you bring me and they stop my ass at the border.
Gotta go.
I'll get back at you, homie.
Gotta go.
Thank you, man. We salute you, brother, man. You're a man of many talents,
Yeah,
man.
thank you,
and
guys.
I learned a lot today from you being on the show, bro. And I'm gonna be one of them people talking to you about the stuff, but about business, right? But no, man, thank you so much for coming, man. You've had an excellent career, man.
Thank you.
And you've done so many different things, man. And you're a talented brother, man. We appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, likewise.
And you gotta come back to the show, man. Every time
Family,
you got something jumping
family,
off, you
man.
gotta come back.
I will.
Family.
All right.
Let's do it.
Everybody can't sit on that seat right there.
Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of the Dub C and CJ Mack Show. We have been blessed to have this gentleman here today, X to the Z.
Yeah.
I am CJ Mack.
And I'm still Dub C.
Peace out. Peace out kind of old.
Peace.
Should have said peace out.
It ain't like we 19, nigga.
What's the new word? We don't even know.
Standing on business.
Standing on business. We were standing on business.
You've been doing this to me for 33 years. What do you want from me?
All I want is Ray Ray.
Ray Ray?
That's it.
Oh, that's easy, baby. Ray Ray sold my mama drugs. I ain't gonna even lie. Agent Ross, right now I'm starving like a motherfucker, man.
God damn. Do you really want Ray Ray? Because you wouldn't have gave me this and you had that. I know Ray Ray at least worth a pastrami sandwich, bro. I don't want this shit. Ray Ray is expendable. We can get rid of Ray Ray.
You think these pastrami sandwiches coming? You got Ray Ray, D-Lo, T-Lo, J-Money, all them niggas. You ain't never talking to me.
So what you want to know about Ray Ray?